And I'm proud to stand before this union at this pivotal moment in American history. You know, for more than 30 years, Wall Street millionaires and billionaires and CEOs have been able to get from our nation's capital pretty much everything that they've wanted, all the benefits that America has to offer, but none of the responsibilities. They've been able to take the profits, but endure none of the pain. Well, to the corporate CEOs and the politicians who do their bidding, I bet it seems like nothing has changed. And quite frankly, in their belief, nothing ever will change. They'll always have it that way. But as I look out today, I know with certainty that things are changing. And they're about to change a whole lot more. You see, brothers and sisters, today we look out on a new horizon, a horizon where outrage is actually turning into energy, mobilization, and action. And we'll find a new path forward, thanks in no small part to the organizing work, to the political vision, and to the international reach and the broad focus of the Communication Workers of America and your president and the chair of the AFL-CIO Organizing Committee, Larry Cohen. You see, last year when CWA members went up against Verizon, it was clear as a bell across America that a victory for Verizon workers would be a victory for all working people, for each and every one of us who aspires to be part of America's middle class, for each and every one of us who works hard and does our part and asks only a measure of fairness and decency in return. And I know the bargaining process has been brutal. And I want you to know that the AFL-CIO is committed to supporting CWA workers at Verizon each and every day, and we won't let up and we won't let you down until you get a fair contract and decency for the workers there. You see, we're all in this together, and no matter what, each of these fights, when we stand together, makes us stronger together. See, with your organizing campaigns at T-Mobile and in the airline industry, and with your inspiring victory at Cablevision last week, you're showing working people across the country that there is another way, that we don't have to take the crumbs, that we don't have to accept economic inequality, that we can win, and we can win right now. We don't have to wait for anybody else. We can do it now. That's what you're showing, and I applaud you for that. And you should know this. Every single one of your campaigns is making us all stronger. You see, you're showing the world the lengths to which corporations will go to deny people our basic rights. You're building the case for stronger collective bargaining laws and reminding us all that we can never stop fighting at every level, at the state level, at the local level, and at the federal level, to expand those collective bargaining rights and enshrine those rights in the law. And let me promise you this. Larry said, we'll fight to protect the rights of working people under the Railway Labor Act against any and all attacks. We'll defend it against Republicans or Democrats as well, and that's a promise. You see, we'll protect our rights and strengthen our rights, but we don't intend to sit around and wait for everything. We know, and you're showing how today, we can deliver for working men and women the stability of a union contract. And we can bring that special, that unforgettable, that new union flush to thousands of working people right now, all across America. See, everything we do is about giving working people the power to improve our own lives. That's what we're all about. And that's why helping working men and women organize and bargain collectively is our top priority. See, brothers and sisters, I know that the struggle, the single best way to achieve the American dream is to bargain collectively for a better life. Most of our backgrounds came that way. My immigrant parents came to this country, came into the middle class because of collective bargaining. Nothing we do will ever take the place of signed cards and elections won. And I applaud you for your organizing structure, for making your commitment to organizing a core value of the CWA culture. And for that, you're a model for the entire movement. You see, we at the AFL-CIO are equally committed to helping you succeed, from helping to amplify your messages around critical campaigns like Verizon and T-Mobile, to building a truly global labor movement around Deutsche Telekom and beyond. Because organizing isn't a sometimes effort. And we have to make sure that the same is true for political action. Quite frankly, we can't win, even with the best political program, by moving into gear a couple of months before Election Day and then breaking down our program the day after Election Day. See, it's our job to make elected officials listen to the voices of tech workers and hospital orderlies and call center workers and public employees all year long, not just on Election Day, but all year long. And it's our job to build relationships and power in our communities all year long. Every day, every month, all year, every year. We've got to support and promote and insist on true champions for working families, and then we've got to weed out the rest and send them back to wherever they came from, because if they won't stand up for us, help us create jobs and a better way of life when we need them, we sure don't need them any other time, right? And that's true whether they serve on a local school board or as President of the United States. See, and that's why it's so important that you're here in Washington this week. And there's something else that we need to be clear about. No politician, no candidate will ever give working people, will ever give us power. The power of working people will never come from any elected official, no matter how good they are, no matter how good a friend they are. The power of working people has to come from us, each and every one of us. And that's why the goal of the movement is to build an independent voice for working families, one not beholden to any candidate and not beholden to any party. Our allegiance is to building a movement of workers, a year-round movement focused on growth and a strong voice for working families. And brothers and sisters, quite frankly, workers in this country are ready. We're ready for it. And we'll use our political power and strength to fix the broken Senate rules so that our senators can stop taking baby steps and make real progress for change. And that includes passing a law to protect against offshoring and to bring back call centers back to our communities. You see, we use the power of our numbers to counter the corporate money that's corrupting, absolutely corrupting our politics and our democracy. So the voices of working people can once again be heard in every office on Capitol Hill. And we'll use our alliances with those who share our values to fight against voter suppression by the courts and by state legislatures from coast to coast, to make sure that everyone who's eligible to cast a vote can cast a vote, will cast a vote, and have that vote counted in the process. You see, this year and next year at the ballot box and on Capitol Hill, on Main Street and Wall Street, we'll lift up the 99%. We'll narrow the gap between the rich and the rest of us, and we'll win economic justice for working people in America, for all working people in America. And the only way that we can do it is together. We know that. Unity. That's what we've got to be all about. Standing together in the rain and in the shine, when it's tough and when it's easy. Solidarity isn't just for lip service. Solidarity is for workers to stand together every day so that I never have to question, your picket line is my picket line. Your fight is my fight. We are all in this together, and we cannot let anybody divide us, not a bit, not an inch, not a centimeter. You see, how else will we make America a country that makes things again? How else will we create and keep the good jobs that can support our families and our communities, our towns and our cities and our states? You see, brothers and sisters, the future of working people, the essence of American democracy is what is on the line right now. And we can only win if we hold together tougher and stronger every time that we can. We can stand together for a future when every single worker has the fundamental right to be treated with dignity, to put in a hard day's work and be rewarded fairly for it. That's the world we want. That's the world we deserve. That's the world we can have, and that is the world we will have. To get it, we're going to have to work for it. We'll have to stand for it. We'll have to fight for it together. Together, to bring out the best in America. Together, to bring out the best in ourselves and each other. Together, to take back America for the working men and women who build it, who make it run, who wake it up and put it to sleep every night. This is our country, and we are taking it back. God bless you. Keep up the fight.